Okay, hopefully we should be live now. We had bases loaded, and we just now had a bases loaded walk. Max Sindler is on the mound, and he is struggling a little bit. Alice Lloyd has already scored one on a walk. There's only one out. And after this half inning, we will run through Bluefield's lineup. Once again, I apologize for the technical difficulties, but hopefully we should be going strong here on out. And the delivery from Sindler will be a called strike. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch on the 0-1. No good. 1-1 count. Sindler has got to find a way to get back in the zone here. Two one.
Just missing, man. A lot of arm side misses as well as up and in.
Yeah, Bill, it's good to be back after a few technical difficulties as he grooves in strike two. And I can confirm we are live.
Good. Glad to hear. Having some couple technical difficulties as that one will miss inside and make the count 3-2 here. Here it is.
He'll ring him up. Out number 2 on a strikeout on the inside corner.
Max grabbed both of his outs this inning on 2 strikeouts there.
That'll bring up number 22 for Alice Lloyd. Bases loaded. Let's see if he can keep it to 1. The windup. There it is. A swing and a miss. Yeah, looks like Mac may have found his groove.
Yeah, when Mac's around the zone, man, it's hard to hit. I mean, Big Mac is 6'8", so there's a lot of vertical height on the ball he's throwing, and that one's right up there. Could have had a catch over there by our assistant over there in the booth, Aiden Brown.
The delivery, no good. Batter ducks that one, and we'll now be at a 1-2 count. And here comes the 1-2.
Just missed that one.
Buries that one, 2-2. Bases are still loaded. 2's on the board. Sindler comes set. The pitch. Cannot be handled by Mullins.
Yeah, a little confusion there on strike 3. Could have touched the plate or touched the batter. He looks like he decided to go with the batter.
Yeah, drop third strike right there, and that's going to be out number 3. Great job by Max Sindler to only hold it to 1 after a rocky start.
Yeah, it looked like he had, 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. I mean, that's a weird line to just give up 1 run, but he did do the job there.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. That's a Bull Durham stat right there.
Yep, it sure is.
The pitcher for Alice Lloyd will be number 48, I believe. And like I said, I'll go ahead and run through the Rams lineup. Batting first, playing center field is Kealo Smith. Batting second, playing right field, Logan Hicks. Batting third, playing third base, Brock Halsey. Batting fourth, playing first base, Evan Weiss. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, Chase Speller. Batting sixth, playing second base, Tyler Moose. Batting seventh and DHing, Zach Hafer. Batting eighth, playing left field, Ashton Richards. And doing the catching and batting ninth will be Logan Mullins. The pitcher, as I already announced, is Max Sindler, and we will see if he goes back out for another inning of work. My partner, Bill, is taking a little bit of a snack break over here. How's that cookie over there, Bill?
It's a great
cookie?
Great
Love
cookie.
to see that. And we're going to lead off the first inning for the Rams with Kealo Smith. A little bit of a rough day for him thus far, and I'm sure he'll look to turn that around here leading off for the Rams. And the first pitch is going to be grooved down the middle, strike one. The kick, he deals, fouled off, chasing a little bit. That's going to be grooved in for a ball. 1-2. Nobody out. Here's the 1-2. It's going to be yanked for ball 2. If you're just now joining us, Allison Lloyd scored 1 run on 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. Not a usual stat line at all. And Kealo Smith will line out to the shortstop. That'll be 1 out. That'll bring up the right fielder, Logan Hicks. Logan Hicks has had quite the day thus far, and he'll see if he can get Bluefield started.
Hicks played more than a pretty well defensive game the first game. Had a lot of balls he went in and back on, looking to do some damage at the plate offensively for the Rams. That ball's grounded softly to the shortstop. Throw over to first in time. That'll be 2 outs here for the Rams.
That's going to bring up Brock Halsey, another guy who had a great day in the first game. Will be looking to transition it over into the second game.
I mean, yeah, once again, that ball that hit off the Bluefield State University sign was torched.
Yeah, looks like we've got one of the high school teams who's supposed to play here tonight showing up, I believe.
And a little soft curveball floated in there for strike 1.
I believe I'm right there, Bill. I do believe there are high school games here going on tonight.
I think the remainder of the Coppinger tournament will be played here as well as tomorrow evening.
And that's going to be chopped. Third base will try to make a play. It will not be made. That ball's going to dribble into left field, and Halsey will wisely stay at first. So an error right there on the third baseman, and that'll bring up Evan Lease. Tough play, nonetheless, but an error. Shortstop almost made a barehanded grab on it, but could not haul it in. This pitcher has made quick work so far up until this point. And that one's going to be popped up softly. The catcher will toss the mask and drop it. Wow. And that ball's going to
right
roll
into
right
the
in
mud. Oh, man. Yeah, don't throw that one back. Yep, toss that one over there. That one might need a little cleanup. Man. Looks like the Bluefield University Rams are just a little bit out on that front foot today there, Bob. I mean, it's just can't weigh back on it. Need to sit back and drive some hard the other way here.
Yeah, it looks like they might be having a little bit of trouble adjusting from the 3/4 arm slot to this guy who throws a lot more over the top. Pickoff move will not be in time. He'll check the runner. Pickoff again, once again not in time. .48 will get his sign. He'll check Halsey over at first. He'll pick off again. Still nothing doing. With 2 outs and 1 strike already, they're awful worried about Halsey over there at first base.
Yeah, a lot of pickoffs over there today, Bob. I mean, must really be trying to control the running game.
That ball's hammered to left. An easy base hit, and runners will move positions. And that'll bring up Chase Speller with runners on first and second.
I mean, a lot of two-out hitting today for the Rams. A lot of two-out hitting.
Bill, to this point, I'm almost more worried about the Rams with 2 outs.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there, Bob. I mean, been doing a lot of damage with 2 outs today. Hopefully Speller can keep it going for him.
He'll come set. The 0-0's on its way. It'll be yanked behind him. The catcher can't seem to find it. There it is. 1-0 here for Chase Speller.
Looks like the coaches down the line got a little chilly in between games. Looks like we threw on a hoodie, and it looks like a little pitcher's coat for Dylan Cutler over there on first base.
Yeah, I can attest when we went down there to work up the mound, it definitely was a little bit chilly. As that ball's hit, there's a little bit of green grass out there. It will drop. And just like that, Halsey will score. Lease will stay at second, and Speller will be in with a base hit.
Yeah.
I thought that was caught for
I
sure.
thought that was caught. It looked like the right fielder was playing a little bit over there against the line, maybe talking to the bullpen, hanging out down there. Not what you want to see, especially with 2 outs, getting some weak contact here on the mound. And that'll bring up number 3, Tyler Moose. Batted leadoff for the Rams last game and played a little bit of second base.
Yeah, that little flare is actually going to tie the ball game up 1-1. And Bluefield looking to grab a lead here with 2 outs. Once again, a drive hitting to left. They are not going to send him. They're going to have bases loaded. A great piece of hitting by Tyler Moose.
Man, the Rams with 2 outs are dangerous today, Bob. Dangerous.
2 outs, nobody on, all the way to 1 run and bases loaded, all with 2 outs.
And now
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's insane. And that's going to bring up the DH. Also does some catching. Zach Hafer from Waynesboro, Virginia, also referred to as Hafernim. See what Hafernim has for us
Let's
today.
see what he's got. The 0-0, here it comes. And he'll spike looks like a curveball. It looks like my partner Bill is trying to play his yard card.
I got a feeling, Bob.
And
Subtle
we'll
win.
see if it pans out. It's 1-0 count. And that one's going to be chopped. Third base will tag the runner, and he will be out.
Man,
That's going to end the inning, but Bluefield will grab one back and tie it up on 3 hits. All with 2 outs, Bill.
yeah, I mean, once again, like we stated earlier at the end of the first game, that's great 2-out hitting there by the Rams. Looks like we got a new pitcher there.
Yeah, I believe that's Andreas Norris.
It is. Looked like he did, in fact, start the game 2 of last week. Looking to get back out of there. Probably good decision there on the pitching staff. Mac did throw a lot of innings or a lot of pitches that first inning. You know, it's never good on the arm. So probably, especially on a chilly day, probably give him to look some of that bullpen some work down there. I know there's a couple arms we have not seen.
Yeah, no doubt. Sindler will not return. Norris will be the new pitcher for the second. And I'd have to assume Coach Bones will probably try to get 2-3 out of him.
I would hope to assume so. I mean, back to a 1-1 ball game. Got it all tied up, knotted here. Hopefully the Rams can keep it there and keep adding on to that lead.
Yeah, it's going to be big to make sure that the infield is able to stay loose and, keep the errors to a minimum. See if they can play clean behind Andreas and the rest of the pitching staff throughout the rest of this game. And the first pitch from Norris, here it comes. Fouled off, strike one. Number 51 steps in for the Eagles. Coach Bruce Medlock will pick up that foul ball. A little hustle on him. He kicks and deals. A nice breaker will be called ball one.
Wow. Great backdoor breaking ball there, especially 0-1 count. I mean, dotted on the inside.
That was a nice pitch. I don't know about that one, Bill. The 1-1's going to be taken low for ball two.
Looks like Norris may have a little zip on the ball today.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing with Gavin Duty in the first game. They're looking pretty good today, even with a little bit of chilly weather. And he'll yank ball three. So another tough start for the next pitcher out of the Rams bullpen. Change my mind. Make it 3-2. A good fastball groove right down Broadway.
Yeah, just got to find that groove out there on the mound, find the tempo, and get right after it here 3-2.
Yeah, hopefully he can put him away here. Here it comes. And he's going to fly out to right field. And that'll be caught easily by Logan Hicks. And Andreas will avoid the leadoff walk, which will bring up number 44. Great job by Andreas not to let the 3-1 rattle him and get right back in the zone. The 0-0 swung on and missed. Some big hacks right here from the Eagles these first two innings.
I mean, yeah, like to see that. I mean, aggressive hacks, and then bearing down here with 2 strikes.
Strike two. Cannot catch up to that fastball.
Blowing it by him, Bob. Blowing it by him. Wouldn't think he'd change a thing here.
No, I'd say you go right back to it. Not a bad spot. Misses away. Tried to get him fishing. Doesn't budge. Kicks and deals. Strike three. 1, 2, 3. Nice. That will be Norris's first strikeout.
Well, Bob, I would say that was the 4th pitch, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm counting the strikes. They're all that matters.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. All right. Another pitch. Another little backdoor curveball. Just missing that last bit of rip on that to get it right down the plate. I mean, still a good competitive pitch. Looking to battle here 1-0.
And he yanks the 1-0. 2-0 count. Bill, I'm starting to notice that when he's trying to get that fastball for that first strike, he is yanking it just a touch. Maybe trying to put a little too much on it.
And there it is again. I mean, nice and easy right there, like you were just talking against him. I mean, all it's got to be is free and easy there, Bob. That's it.
Yeah, he looked really loose there and grooved one right in for strike one. Nice pitch. There it is again. Just high. That's going to be taken for ball three. That one's going to be swung on and missed. Full count.
Man, that breeze is starting to get up here, Bob. I might need to go put some pants on here.
Yeah,
it's
if you look at the flag, the wind has changed directions. Wow, and that's going to be taken for ball four. A close take.
Good pitch, good competitive pitch, especially 3-2 here. It's going to put the first runner of Norris's outing today on first base here with 2 outs in the top of the second.
Bring up number 21 stepping in. Norris will take a peek over at first. Quick pickoff move. Nothing doing.
Yeah, good move right there. Feet were moving at the same time. You know, just doing what we teach, man.
Yeah, Bill. Short lead over there, so you're not really going to get anybody with that. Maybe a little bit bigger lead. He's probably got him because even with the short lead, it was a pretty close pickoff attempt. Good move. Norris is usually pretty quick with those. The 1-0. There it is. Free and easy for strike one.
Yeah, it doesn't need to do too much on that heater there, Bob. I mean, it's got some good ride and some good life to it. Just needs to get down the mound and be easy with it. Ooh, quick pick over that time.
Another one. He'll be safe at first, not in time. 1-1. He comes set. Strike two. A lot of swing and misses here from Norris.
Yeah. Or as the big analytics would say, whiff rate. A high percentage whiff rate here for Mr. Norris in this top of the second half. In the 1-2 pitch.
Not a bad pitch at all. He's just going to miss away. Yeah, that whiff rate for Norris is very high right now. And that's a big stat if you're looking at it from a coach's standpoint.
Of course.
There it is.
There it
Strike
is
three. Whiff, whiff, whiff.
Yeah, yes, sir. Whiff, whiff, whiff. And I think he may have collected all three of those outs on strikeouts.
No, sir.
No,
There's
sir.
the fly
The
out to
fly
right
out
field.
to right field. Yep, that's on me there,
But
Bob.
I'm telling you, I'm wondering if all that whiffing didn't change the direction of the wind.
That's a good one there, Bob. Yep, a lot of swing and misses that inning.
And I'd say he's going back out.
I would have to assume so there, Bob. I mean, after that inning, only one runner on with a walk and a very close competitive 3-2 pitch. I mean, hey, I'd hope they'd run him back out there for another one.
For sure. And 48 will return to the mound for the Eagles. He started off great in the bottom of the first, and then got into a little bit of trouble with the dangerous Bluefield Rams with 2 outs.
Yes, sir, he did. He did, in fact, run himself into a situation. Only giving up one run there, getting out of it. But
yeah, he found himself looking right into the horns of a very, very strong middle of the lineup.
Yeah, of course. So, Bob, how are your classes going, man? Halfway through the second semester, and the second 8-week term. How you feeling?
Yeah, Bill, the classes are all going great. A and B guy, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, a little honor roll, little dean's list.
Absolutely,
matter of fact,
dean's list last semester.
Okay. Looking to repeat, I would assume.
Trying to make the mother proud.
Hey, of course.
And I would assume the same for you over there, Bill.
Of course, man. You know me. I'm on that dean's list every time. Maybe a president's list every sneaker.
Okay. Smart cookie over here.
2 smart guys in the booth. What can you say?
How about it?
Well, I think that's going to bring up the number 8 hole hitter, Ashton Richards.
That it will. Good game for him in game 1. And the first pitch at the bottom of the second is going to be check swung for a strike.
Yeah. So he's going to call out a strike, and then he's going to look down to first base. Maybe a little confusion back there for Blue. Regardless of the fact, the 0-1 pitch. Wow. Let me tell you, Bob, that's a pretty slow breaker. I mean, that's gonna be a hard one. That's gonna be a hard one to swing at. That's barely grazing the outside part of the plate.
Absolutely. And the 0-2, here it comes. It's gonna be high.
Looks like that 1-2 pitch is going to miss low to even the count to 2-2.
We're getting some weird hand signals from our partners over in the left side of the booth, taking care of the scoreboard. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to write.
I think it says our real names inside of a heart there. I'm not going to read our real names on the air.
Absolutely not. That's going to be a full count. Ashton Richards worked his way all the way back from 0-2 once again.
Ooh, ow!
Yep, he goes to a knee. Ooh. Looks like he will be okay. That's going to be a bruise for sure, though. No doubt on that.
Yeah. Looks like the Rams could definitely use some ankle guards of some sort. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of elbow guards, but it looks like they may need to invest in some knee guards.
Yeah,
or maybe
it looks like
ankle
Evo Shield
guard.
might be making a little bit of money here in a couple days, possibly.
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, if they're looking to sponsor, you can always hit us up at BU_Rams on Instagram. Ooh, hard hit ball. Bruce Medlock's not even going to attempt to make a play over there at third. He's going to put his hands right in the back of his pockets.
Yeah, well, Bruce isn't an infielder anymore. He is an outfielder, and I've heard he has been for quite a while now.
Yeah.
So it's probably a little bit of rust.
Yeah, I did see a little bit of action my freshman year when he played a little shortstop. Definitely a little rusty over there as he's been holding down the outfield grass. Also, a curious shift here in the outfield. 3-2. Left fielders phase into that pull side.
And strike 3. Richards could not break it out this time. That'll bring up the 9 spot, Logan Mullins. He's doing the catching today. I tell you, Bill, when Logan gets a hold of the ball, he can absolutely put a jolt into one.
Oh, yes. Strong kite right here. Hopefully he can, get into it. As you see, he does have that ankle brace on. Maybe that'll help him just in case he misses one today.
Another slow breaker. That's going to be ball 1.
Yeah, that thing's hanging up there today, Bob. Hopefully the Rams hitters can adjust to that and, take it where it's thrown, hit it back there in the right field.
The pitch, that one's hit deep. Left center field. It will be hauled in by the center fielder. Looks like he just got under that one. That will be 2 outs, and it will bring us back to the top for Kealo Smith. And a great job over there by AB doing the announcing today in place of Danny.
Yeah, a little close to the mic. Other than that, not too many bad things to say.
Fastball will miss, ball 1.
It's a great competitive pitch, especially to start it off in the leadoff spot again.
I was going to say, Bill, I'm not sure where that one missed. Must have been a little high or low because it was right over the heart of the plate.
And there's another one. Similar spot, called strike. Must have been just a little bit more up.
And the 1-1. See what Kealo Smith does with it. He'll kick and deal. Fouled back. It's going to bring it to 1-2.
Hopefully the Rams can keep up the great hitting here with 2 outs. Nobody on. Hopefully he can get it started, get the middle of the lineup, get a little action here in the bottom of the second. The 1-2. It's fouled off the ankle again. Man, the Rams are really out in front on that today. Hopefully they can make an adjustment and sit back and, hammer that ball. But for the most part, it's been a lot of just out in front, early swings, hitting it right into that ankle. That ankle is going to be hurting for some of them Rams.
Yeah, they might have to spend a little time in the hot tub or the cold tub.
Oh, Bob.
Maybe a little shock therapy.
Oh, that's a good one. Is that 1-2 breaker will miss in the other batter's box? Even the count here to 2-2-2.
Bill, I found you're pretty partial to the sauna. What do you have to say about any of that?
I mean, the sauna's great recovery. I mean, let me tell you, it really gets all that soreness and everything bad inside of you out. And wow, Kealo might have thought that was strike 3 there as he's just taking a little walk into the other batter's box.
Yeah, no, Kealo definitely thought he was out right there.
Hearing a little chirping over there from the dugout. Let's see what he does here, 3-2. It's
going to be drilled to right field. Right fielder back will make the play. And that will end the second inning. Still a 1-1 ball game. Back to what you were saying about the sauna, Bill.
Right. The sauna. Sorry, Kealo got me there on that little 2-2 pitch right there. That was definitely. Well, that was there. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. The sauna. I mean, let's be honest there, Bob. A lot of action in the bullpen this year. When you get up and going and you get going and you just don't go in or. You go out there, and just the soreness, it helps get all that out, especially if you go from the gym and then the practice. The sauna's a nice little reset to get you going. It's also good to get you a nice little sweat. I'm trying to cut a couple pounds, what I'm saying? The V-little pouch just sticking out a little further than it should, and also the sauna does a great job to, especially burn a couple LBs out as well as great recovery. Not super big on the hot tub. The hot tub burns my skin. I have very sensitive skin, so I get in that hot tub, man, it's a little hot for me, but I don't know.
I understand that, Bill. I am actually the opposite. I'm more partial to the hot tub. It's a nice recovery, in my opinion.
No, I mean I agree. It's honestly there, Bob. It's the same thing, except I got warm, air instead of warm water.
Absolutely.
It's doing the same thing, vice versa. But it looks like Norris is coming out here for his second inning of work after a very strong first inning with 2 strikeouts and a nice pop-up to right field.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mild break for him. Hopefully it wasn't too long. And we'll see what he can do right here in this third inning. And the first pitch of the third inning is underway, ball 1.
Looks like he just yanked that one a little bit. Hopefully he'll make an adjustment here, 1-0.
Here's the leg kick, he deals. Ball 2.
Yeah, really living on that outside part of the plate there.
2-0 count. Norris is going to look to try to get back in the zone. And he will. Strike 1.
Yeah, good adjustment there. Very good adjustment. Looks like he's been painting that inside part of the plate today. I mean, that is one of the hardest pitches to hit, especially with 2 strikes, in my opinion.
Strike 2. Another big swing and a miss.
There he goes, battling back after a little 2-0. Hopefully he can put him away here with 2-2.
2-2 misses. Full count.
Seen a lot of 3-2 counts this second game here, Bob. Hopefully the Rams can, get ahead and stay ahead. And the 3-2 pitch. Wow.
And he'll be rung up. Great pitch. Strike 3.
Yeah, there he goes again for his third strikeout here in his 1 inning and 1 out of work. Hopefully looking to do the same thing as number 28 steps into the box for the Eagles.
Stepping into the bat. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's funny there, Bob. If I commented on your mess-ups today, you wouldn't be doing the same.
Absolutely
and
not.
that first pitch is going to miss in the dirt in the other batter's box to bring the count to 1-0.
Yeah, Bill, I just thought I'd get you back for
the burps.
commenting on my burping earlier.
Yeah, from the great power rating.
Yeah, we'll call it even.
Yep, and Andreas Norris will work the similar count to the last at-bat. It's a 2-0.
I'm telling you, Bill, when he is free and easy, it is hard to keep up. He just grew strikes all over the zone, and there's no coming back from that. Look out.
Yep, looks
Thankfully,
like that
one doesn't get to the cars.
That one's going to take a little hop into the bird's nest down there.
2-1 count. Norris will get his sign. Here it comes. That one almost got him.
I thought it might have clipped him a little bit there.
I thought it did too, but it looks like he wants to hit, and I can't blame him.
Bob, back in the good old hitting days, I did that one time. I got hit and didn't reward my base, and then struck out the next pitch. So could come back here to bite him, as it counts 3-1.
Yeah. It just might. That's a 3-2 count. Norris grooves another strike that's whiffed on. The pitch. Look at that. When he is free and easy, baby, he is free and easy.
There's his 5th strikeout in his short time out there today.
His second K of the inning.
Hey, what did I tell you there, Bob? Might come back to bite you in the butt.
And that it did. That's going to be 2 outs here for Norris.
Bring up the 67. I remember that hood from last game.
First pitch will be taken for a ball 1. Dotted strike on the outside corner.
Wow.
Another whiff.
Another whiff. A lot of those today, Bob. I mean, a lot of getting ahead on the hitters. I mean, he's really going to work the count here to 1-2. Moving quick. Not even enough time to start the pitch clock.
Goodbye.
Wow.
3 up, 3 down, 3 Ks. What a job, Andreas Norris. Strut your stuff, big boy.
Wow. And that would be what? Strikeout number 5.
Number 5,
wow.
I believe, yes.
Short 2 innings of work, 5 strikeouts, man. Doing justice here for the Rams. Hopefully they can get it started here in the bottom of the second. Bottom of the third.
So, Bill, we just talked about classes How about fantasy baseball? How you doing so far in that?
Oh, Bob, that's a rough topic. I think you might have just brought that up to hear how poorly I've been doing.
No, absolutely not. I actually have not checked the scores.
Right. It was a rough last week, as Freddie Freeman went down by slipping in a shower. Tell me how you're getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars and you slip in a shower on your freshly new ankle and you break it. That's been hurting. I know that you are a Braves fan, in fact. Sorry to unfortunately hear that, but Ronald Acuna Jr. needs to hurry it up and get back. Needs to finish his AAA stint up and get up on that big league roster.
Actually, I do believe that he has not even begun his rehab assignment yet.
Oh, man.
So I think the timetable for Acuna Jr. is actually going to be late April.
Oh,
potentially
wow.
early May.
Yeah, I heard early May. Huh.
But on the good news, Sean Murphy is back with the club, and Spencer Strider absolutely shoved.
He did
for the Stripers about, I believe it was 2 days ago.
He did. I did read into that a little bit. I mean, looks a little more comfortable this year. Looks like that, what is it, a changeup has really started to develop for him. So hopefully he can get a lot. I mean, this slider's plus, man. You throw a 98 and then you throw an 89 mile an hour. Good luck, man. Just good luck.
And not to brag, I did take down Coach Bones this week. I came from behind and got that upset.
I like to hear that. And the first swing for Mr. I think that'd be Mr. Chase Speller was a little check swing right down the middle, man. Should have let it all fly there.
Strike two. I'll tell you what, though, Bill, that win against Coach Bones was a much-needed win after I was the lowest-scoring team week one.
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, I did definitely pick up some more starting pitchers, so hopefully that'll help me today. Might have to do a little next half checkup. I know some of them playing a couple games at 3 o'clock. I know Mackenzie Gore is throwing against the Los Angeles Dodgers today, so that could be an interesting one. Also, a bad play.
That could be a good game. That one's going to be hammered back up the middle, and a base hit for Chase Speller. Nicely done.
Yeah, great by Chase Speller to make an adjustment and sit back and drive that pitch up the middle. Must have spent some time this week on that beam in there in the tunnel. Really, foot down, go. I like to see that there from Chase Speller. That's going to bring up the third baseman here.
Nope, second baseman Tyler Moose.
Second baseman Tyler Moose. Yep, was looking over here on this first game there, Bob. And
yeah, you might want to take that one down.
Yeah, I might want to do that. Keep confusing me. And
actually, no, that is not Tyler Moose. That's a pinch hitter.
That was Brock Halsey.
That was Brock Halsey.
So that means that was
That
Logan
means
Hicks.
Logan Hicks is the one who got the hit.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah,
he was
okay.
using Chase Speller's bat. That's where I got confused.
That's where I got confused as well. But we can't miss this bat right here, Bob. That pink bat, pink gloves, and pink sleeve will bring up Evan Lees.
Yeah, not being able to see the numbers is absolutely killing us right now.
Yeah, I may have to tell Coach Bones and the we may need to change that up there. Can't see it this far up there, especially with all the beautiful trees that have fallen down. The jerseys are just hiding out there in plain sight.
I'm telling you, Bill, up close and personal, the jerseys look phenomenal.
They do.
From the stands, they look. Up here in the booth, you can't tell. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. And Lisa's going to go ahead and take strike one right down the middle.
And the 0-1, Hicks goes. Catcher cannot handle it, and he will be in there standing.
Hicks is a fast guy, man. Really displayed some speed defensively last game, and right there on the bases, easy little free 90 to second base. Hopefully Mr. Lease right here can do his job. Runner in scoring position, 1 out. Let's get him in.
Yeah, base hit probably scores him. Hicks has wheels. Here's the pitch. Will be taken low for ball 2.
So I know you talked about it earlier in game 1, but still thinking about some Shogun after the game there, Bob?
Absolutely. I did get some grub in between the games, but I'm still very hungry.
Right, and it looks like that 2-1 pitch is going to be taken for a strike to even the count here to 2-2. Yeah, we may have practice after this, unfortunately, though, Bob. So you might have to delay that chicken and steak hibachi until after practice.
I may have to. I will say this, though.
Oh, that's a
That's
hard
going to be a
hit ball.
base hit.
Yeah.
Hicks will be held up at third, but
Ooh, bad
Leach
throw.
will make it all the way to second on the bad throw.
Yeah, not sure if there's much you can do there as a runner on third. I mean, pitcher's covering the plate and another catcher there.
I will say this, though, Bill. I'm not sure that we will be able to have practice due to the high school games that follow this.
Right, I did in fact hear that there may be some work being done inside of the indoor facility located here on the east side of the field down the first baseline.
Okay.
But
Well, how
I'm not
about that?
sure. I'm not sure. And that's going to end up putting runners on in second and third here. 1 out for the Rams. It's going to bring up number 3. Oh, is it?
This is
though?
actually Chase
This
Speller.
is Chase Speller. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We were getting confused. Technical difficulties got us here a little bit ago. But this is Chase Speller, your shortstop for the game, looking to do some damage here. One-0 pitch. Swung on and missed by Speller. Just a little bit out in front of that fastball on the outside part of the plate. Got a long week ahead of us, though, Bob. I mean, going to Ohio, man, let me tell you, Ohio is not a short drive. Got to go all the way up through West Virginia to get there, and then we come back home for a nice night's sleep and then go right to, fouled off hard in the box. Going to make the count 1-2. And then we go all the way to Kentucky Christian, which is not a very far drive, but we do, in fact, get a travel day, looking to hop back in on conference play and work our way up the standings.
Yeah, absolutely. That Tuesday, Wednesday trip is definitely going to be challenging, as everyone, I'm sure, will have classwork and everything to take care of, but that's going to be...
Strike 3.
Strike 3, wow.
We had a lot of laughing down there. I don't know what dugout that was coming from. I would assume the Alice Lloyd dugout. They look a little chirpy down there, you know. Not really too quite sure what all that was about. Don't know if there was much need for that because Tyler Moose is looking to do damage here with 2 outs. Might bite their words down there. The Rams have been hot all day with 2 outs.
Yeah, hopefully Tyler Moose can put a jolt into one and give the Rams a lead. And a swing and a miss. You know, I should have known better, Bill. You got to look for the bright blue batting gloves.
Yep, as I like to say, the mint blue batting
Mint
gloves.
blue.
Yes, you know, you go get you a little chocolate chip mint. That's what it's going to look like. Wow, and another strike taken on the outside part of the plate. That's going to make the count 0-2 for Tyler Moose with 2 outs. Had a little rhyme there. 0-2 Tyler Moose. You know, no, it's all good. And the 0-2 pitch. Be a curveball taken down and out here for Moose. Even the count here to 1-2.
You're throwing out the knee slappers today, Bill. There it is right there.
And the 1-2 pitch. Wow.
Ball 2.
Wow. A good competitive pitch there, 1-2. First game that might have been called a strike, but the second guy behind the dish is, you know, squeezing that.
Yeah, Allison Lloyd is getting very chirpy in this second game. That ball's hammered to third base. That's going to be 2 runs. Lisa around third. Tyler Moose will be safe at first. And the Rams with 2 outs once again. 2 runs.
Hey, like we were saying a couple minutes ago, came back to bite him. Gonna laugh at a strikeout. You're going to end up giving 2 up. I mean, man, the game is always watching. How do you treat the game? If you don't treat the game good, it ain't going to treat you good back. So that's what's going to happen there. That's going to end up scoring 2. Big shot there for Moose with 2 outs for the Rams.
And that'll bring up Zach Hafer. Fouls it back.
Man, Hafer been taking some hacks today, man. Healthy hacks. Did, in fact, use my yard card last, what was that, the first inning on him? I mean, it was a healthy yard card. I mean, man's got some power, let me tell you. Legend.
And a great spot. Bases loaded, too.
Wow, there's another one of those hanging curveballs there, right down the middle to Mr. Hafer. Make the count 0-2.
Yeah, and for those of you who haven't been with us the whole time, the Rams have scored 7 runs now with 2 outs. 4 in the first game and 3 this game. And a strikeout will end the 3rd inning. We'll head into the 4th. The Rams lead 3-1. And Norris will be back out for his third inning of work here in the top of the fourth. His first pitch will be a strike. The 0-1 bounced. 1-1 count.
Sorry about that there, Bob.
Ball 2.
Norris, 2 good innings of work, man. 5 strikeouts, looking to grab another one here.
That's going to be just a touch inside. 3-1 count.
Looks like that's going to draw a walk there.
Number 21 steps into the box. Norris comes set. Pickoff move not in time. He'll check the runner again. Gets his sign. Kick. Good pitch. Strike 1.
Little fantasy baseball update here, Bob. Casey Meese has been dicing and slicing the New York Yankees. He's got 11 points, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits to 1 run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. It's not bad.
And that's going to be an 0-2 count after a good strike 2. Ball 1. I will say this though, Bill. It's good to see Casey Mize actually proving up his worth after the first round pick has been a little bit more on the more average side. But it's good to see him getting in some good numbers.
Another good pick from Norris there. Really holding his runners on here tight. Really not trying to let him get to second base, I would say.
Foul ball. I will say this, though, Bill. I have heard that Bobby Witt is on the trade block in our fantasy group.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that we'll just say the individual that owns Mr. Bobby Witt is trying to get Zach Wheeler. Laughed at that one there, Bob. I'm not doing that. But,
yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
No, never. First round
Norris
pick.
comes set. Pitch. And that one's going to get away from Mullins.
Good hustle back there from Mullins. Looks like the Lloyd dugout might be getting a little chirpy over there. Not really staying in the dugout. Got a lot of action on the outside part of the dugout. But besides the point, it's going to even the count here for Norris 2-2. Just will miss outside.
Starting to lose a little bit of that groove that he's had.
Yeah, needs to stay in those legs, Bob. Popping out of that back leg, not really riding the mound. Looking to make an adjustment here.
Full count. Here it comes. That one's hammered down the line. Foul.
Well, going to take a lot of hops off that tunnel building, and
hopefully we'll have someone on that.
Yep, we'll see who we have on it there. Still no movement down there. Oh, someone out of the bullpen. Oh, grabbed it. Good hustle. Looked like we had a little hop over the fence, though. I don't know if that's going to be very liked much. Wow.
Fouled back.
It's a good at-bat here for 21 for Alice Lloyd. Seeing everything, working it to the 9th pitch of the at-bat here. The 3-2 pitch.
Taken for ball 4.
Good spot there. Just missed it.
Runners will be on first and second. Nobody out. That'll bring up number 39. Norris really needs to get back in the zone as the Rams only have a 2-run lead.
You know, Bob, the second game is a little bit slower pace of play than the first game did, and that first pitch is going to miss low for ball 1.
Yeah, Bill, the first game seemed to fly by as we were scoring. And this game has turned into more of a pitching duel.
That's going to be called on the outside part of the plate for strike 1, keeping the count to 1-1.
That's going to be a liner in his center field, caught easily by Kealo Smith, and he'll hit the cutoff Chase Speller. 1 down.
That ball was hit pretty hard. I mean, defense hasn't had much of any action these past couple innings. It's been a lot of strikeouts there, Bob, but glad to see Kealo Smith come up with that ball and make a strong throw and keep the runners where they are. The 0 pitch. Slider outside. It's going to get away from Mullins.
It's going to get away from Mullins. He'll make the throw. Will not be in time. Mullins couldn't seem to find the ball and took his time getting to it. And the runner's a little chirpy down there, Alice Lloyd.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that.
That's a little bit interesting right there.
1-0 pitch inside for strike 1. Great way to graze the inside part of the plate there, you know.
1-1 count. Runners on second and third. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back.
Bringing the count to 1-2 there, Bob. You know, great way to bounce back here. Looking for a big strikeout here for Norris.
That one's going to be hit hard to third base. It will be fielded, and the throw will be in time. They will trade the out for the run. 2 outs now, runner on second, but the Eagles will score 1, and it will now be a 2-3 ball game.
Yeah, great play over there on the hot corner by Brock, man. Just holding the runner on second and taking the out. Smart play. Still no hits for the Alice Lloyd Eagles.
I was just about to say, Bill.
Whew. Man.
That's all coming from the walks. You just got to find a way to eliminate them.
Yep, especially that first batter of the inning is something they need to control a little more. And that one's going to get away from Mullins, but he'll be right on it. Make the count 1-0.
Norris seeming to lose a little bit of his control. He's flying open a touch and missing arm side and high.
Yeah, wonder who all the Rams got down there getting loose at the moment here, Bob.
I would probably say that Tucker Fontaine would be one of them.
Oops, swing and a miss there. Make
Buzz
the count
Greenman
1-1.
is probably one of them.
All right.
Addison Stewart is down there.
Mm-hmm.
And a 1-1 count here to number 24. The pitch. Nice breaker. Strike 2.
Yeah, great little backdoor breaking ball there for Norris. Make the count 1-2 here. Looking to collect another strikeout here for the Rams.
That one's going to be pushed into left. Foul.
Great call there by the Blue. Probably about 2-3 feet, you know, down the left field line.
Yeah, Bill, the only pitchers that remain for the Rams is going to be Buzz Greenman, Tucker Fontaine, and Addison Stewart.
You could see another appearance out of Tyler Rakes, though. Only threw about 13 pitches last game. You never know, though.
If this game stays tight, I would not doubt it one bit.
Yeah, seeing him come out there in the 7th inning again.
And here comes the 1-2. No, misses away. 2-2 count.
A lot of 2s on that board there, Bob.
Bill, I'm going to say that this will probably be Norris's last inning of work, and he'll get the strikeout to finish it. Great way to end his outing.
6 strikeouts for him today, Bob. Wouldn't you say a lot of swing and misses?
A lot of whiffs.
don't
A
think
lot.
a lot of whiffs, a lot of just a couple misses arm side. Other than that, North's doing a great job today. Just got the BU Rams pitching staff has to just control that leadoff hitter throughout the rest of the game and hopefully keep them bats a swinging.
Yeah, Bill, he seemed to get tired there in that last inning of work, but still nonetheless was able to hold the lead and was able to get another strikeout. 48 will return once again for the Eagles.
And we'll be back shortly.
Leading off here in the bottom of the fourth is going to be Ashton Richards.
That one's going to be popped up to the left fielder and caught for the first out here.
Ashton Richards is going to pop up on the first pitch he sees, and that'll be one out. That'll bring up the catcher, Logan Mullins. He just missed one in his last at-bat. We'll see what he can do here. That one might get down. That's trouble. It will. And a little flare shot out to right. That will be a base hit for Logan Mullins. That'll take us back to the top of the lineup for Kealo Smith. Mullins with a short lead. 48 delivers. No good.
Yeah, just going to miss low. 1-0 pitch. Kealo looking to do some damage here. Been out on that front foot all day long. Hopefully he can sit back here and do some magic here for the Rams. It's a quick pick to first. Runner will be safe.
Another pickoff not in time. The 1-0. Pitcher sets. Here it comes. That one almost gets him. That's going to be a 2-0 count. Yeah, Bill, it's starting to get a little chilly up here in the booth. It is going to be a little frigid for those high school games tonight.
Yeah, I would have to say, I don't know if I'd want to be playing in this cold of weather.
That one's drilled to third base. And it will not be a double play. That ball is going to get away from the first baseman after the fielder's choice at second. Mullins will be out, but Kealo Smith will advance to second on the throwing error.
It's a dangerous runner to have in scoring position for the Rams. I think a base hit might score him here, Bob.
And the perfect guy to do it, Logan Hicks. Seven hits for the Rams to Allison Lloyd's 0. And still a really close ball game.
Yeah.
The walks have absolutely hurt Bluefield.
I would have to attest
That
on
ball's
that.
hammered to center. Center fielder's going back on it, and it will be caught.
Not what you want to see there with 2 outs for the Rams, but 2-out hitting's been great for them all day, and The Rams will go ahead and have one hit in that inning, and a fielder's choice and a flyout.
They'll come up empty in the bottom of the fourth, and that'll take us to the top of the fifth, where I guess we'll see a new pitcher, Bill.
Yeah, I would have to say so there, Bob. I'm not seeing... Oh, and what do you know? Tucker Fontaine marching his way out on the mound.
Love to see that, Bill. When he is nice and loose, like we were talking about with Andreas, he's same thing.
Right.
Very difficult to hit.
Yes, agreed.
A nice little change of pace here. We'll see a left-hander.
We'll be back shortly.
Fontaine's first pitch will be fouled off. 22 is in the box for the Eagles.
A lot of lefty-on-lefty matchups today for the Rams.
Yeah, there have been a lot of lefties in this Lloyd lineup.
Ooh.
Strike two. Nice pitch.
Looked like that might have had a little side-to-side movement. Looked pretty straight, but decent side-to-side movement. That ball is going to be drilled to left field, and it's going to get by Aston Richards, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Runner will be stepping on second, going to three. The relay throw is not in time, a little bit off target. You know, a regular single will turn into a triple there, and that'll put the Lloyd's tying runner on third base, so that brings up number 44. And the 1-0 pitch will be taken for strike one to even the count to 1-1.
Nice pitch right there for Tucker Fontaine. The delivery, whoa, swing and a miss on a pitch way away. Got him chasing. 1-2.
Our associate over here running the music, Daniel, is signaling for a sword. And the 1-2 pitch will be another strike three.
And a nice little strikeout right there for Fontaine. That'll be out number one. The 0-0 is swung on and missed.
And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed again. Look at Fontaine. Not happy with that play out there in left field. Really going after the hitters here. Good tempo, nice and relaxed. Looking to pick up another strikeout here on the 0-2 pitch.
Strike. And he'll get it.
Strike three for Tucker Fontaine. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's huge there for the Rams.
Light a fire, Fontaine. Gives up the what should have been probably only a single, turned into 3 bags. Runner on third. Struck out 2 in a row. We'll see what he can do with 2 outs. Another swing and a miss. It's right under him. Mullins thankfully finds it in time.
Yeah, big secondary lead over there for 22 for Alice Lloyd. He is getting about, you could see his footmark there, Bob, past the cutout, past the other cutout. He's way down there.
15 feet down the line. Mullins is able to block that one for ball 1. 1-1 count.
Ooh, let me tell you, Bob, a couple yawns. This cold air is putting me to sleep, let me tell you.
I understand that. 2-1 count. Fontaine needing to get a strike here. Got to get out of this jam. Bluefield only ahead by 1. Fouled back. Strike 2. Like you were talking about earlier, a lot of 2s on the board. Fontaine will get his sign. He kicks and deals. Will not get the chase. Full count. He does have a bag open, but I guarantee you he wants to go ahead and get this guy out. Here's the pitch. Strike 3,
wow.
Right down Broadway, and he will strike out 3 in a row to get out of the jam.
Wow.
What a performance right there.
Great job by Fontaine coming back after that ball that was bobbled up in the outfield and holding that runner to third.
What a job. You just can't talk on it enough. I mean, absolutely beautiful. 48 will return again for the Eagles. A little shocking there, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, he's been putting up some good numbers. I mean, other than the 7 hits he's given up, I mean, he's only limited to the Rams to 3 runs. And he'll be going back out there for his 5th inning of work, and Bill and Bob will be right back after this short break.
And leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Rams is going to be the 3rd baseman, Brock Halsey. Rams really need to get some insurance runs here before they head into the final 2 innings. .48 receives its sign, and here it comes. That'll be strike 1.
Really looking to do some damage and get ahead here, especially as the game is winding down. We are in the bottom of the 5th.
Another strike, 0-2 count. Halsey didn't like that one.
I don't think anyone in the booth beside us liked that one either there, Bob.
Yeah, that ball did seem to be a little bit out. And he delivers. That one's going to be a nice piece of hitting. Backside punch right through the 3-4 hole.
That's his 2nd time this game. He's done a great job with 2 strikes and really sitting back and striding out, man.
I That's a big base hit to lead off the Rams here. It's going to bring up Evan Lease.
You can tell that's Evan Lease from a mile away. We don't need no number on that cat.
No, sir. All you need is either the yellow or the pink bat. Another strike taken. The 0-1 is popped. And the catcher will be able to make a grab. 1 out.
Yeah, great play by the catcher there. Last couple innings, they'd struggle with a couple of those. Good time to grab one there. As that'll bring up the shortstop, Chase Speller.
Pretty solid day for him so far.
Yep. Couple of good plays there defensively. Quick pick off there. The first runner will be safe.
That one's going to be chopped to third. He'll be able to make the play, and we'll take the fielder's choice out at second. Speller will be safe at first with 2 outs. That'll bring up the second baseman, Tyler Moose.
Tyler Moose, fantastic day so far. Defensively, offensively, he's got 2 of the Rams' runs from the bottom of the third, last at bat. Hopefully looking to do the same thing, especially here with 2 outs.
The 0-0 will be taken for ball 1. That one's going to be hammered back up the middle.
Another great piece of hitting there from Tyler Moose as he's going to go ahead and collect his second hit of the game. I mean, great 2-out hitting, and it's displaying here. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Zach Hafer. Let's see what Hafen has in stock here with 2 outs.
A lot of great 2-out hitting from the Rams today. See if they can continue that magic. First pitch will be taken for a strike.
Ooh, looks like the guys in the booth beside us were looking for Hafer to swing at that one there, Bob. It looked a little too close to take.
And he'll swing at that one and chop it foul. That's going to be an 0-2 count. Tell you what, Bill, from up here we can feel that chill coming in.
It's getting chilly. And the 0-2 pitch to Hafer. It swung on and drove to left field.
Another 2-out run. No, he's going to be held up at third.
Wow.
I thought they would send it for sure.
I think that's a smart call over there by Bryce Medlock to hold Chase Speller at third. That's going to be the bases loaded here with 2 outs for the 8-hole hitter, Ashton Richards. A little Yanni over here, Bill, huh? That might be contagious. You better stop doing that. That cold breeze is going to get you.
That cold air is getting to me right now.
Might be a solo stream after this half, huh?
Another
hammered ball down the line.
We just
say the same thing. And that's going to end up driving in 2 there. Chase Speller and Moose will score. Another great piece of 2-out hitting for Ashton Richards, as me and Bob are saying the same thing.
And that's going to be 2 runs for the Rams. That's a big pickup right there with 2 outs. And, Bill, that is 9 runs on the day with 2 outs.
That is 9 runs. Hey, if you're Coach Bones, man, at the end of the day, that might be the only thing you got to say is that 2-out hitting might save them as a whole. I mean,
Coach Bones, you're wanting to get to 2 outs at this point.
Right.
That one's going to be popped up. Catcher will not go after it.
No
1 count.
No play made down there by Jaden Rose as he is charting down there. Kealo will grab that one. And there'll be a 0-1 count here to start Mr. Mullins off. Oops, sorry about that. Losing my seat cushion.
All good. That one's going to get away from the catcher, and the runners will easily get to second and third, no problem. The batter is Logan Mullins in a 1-1 count. Another guy who would love to see him get a hold of one.
Especially with 2 outs here. Hopefully we can keep the train rolling, get another 2 runs, and get a 5-run deficit.
Healthy hack right there for strike 2.
That'll bring the count to 1-2.
You know, Bill, I don't think we've said the same thing at the exact same time like that yet.
Yeah,
that was a little interesting.
For all our listeners out there, you mind clipping that?
That one bounces in front of the plate, blocked up by the catcher. Nicely done. That will most definitely save a run.
Yeah, great work by both catchers on both teams this second game of keeping the ball in front of them the best they can do.
Once again, a ton of 2s on the board. He'll kick and deal. That one's going to be fouled off. First base side, and they'll do the 2-2 once again. The high school teams patiently waiting for their opportunity to get their game started.
Glad to see they showed up a little early there, Bob. Looks like most of them are a little chilly over there.
I bet they are.
Oh, wow. Great take there from Mullins.
He did not go.
Even the count here to 3-2. Looking to add on some more damage.
I'm telling you, Bill, I know if I'm getting a little chilly up here, they are very chilly down there.
I would have to agree.
Here comes the 3-2. Corkscrew. Haven't seen one of those in quite a long time.
Nope. That one almost might have, if it would have hit the grass, it could have went back there. You know, not too much hustle out of the box there from Mullins. Looks like Diamond Dave making a little appearance down there. Great to see him at the ballpark today.
That one's going to be hit hard to shortstop. A little Sunday hop for him. A nice stretch by the first baseman. That'll be out number 3. But once again, the Rams strike with 2 outs, put 2 on the board, and make it a 5-2 ball game. 11 hits for the Rams so far. That'll take us into the 6th inning, and we will be right back. So done. And Tucker Fontaine will return to the mound. I mean, why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
3 Ks after leaving the guy stranded on third. What a job for him, and he'll try to continue that excellence here in the 6th. As he'll wind up and throw the first pitch. Strike 1 on the outside corner.
Right, left, going back to right where he left off there last half inning.
Here's the pitch.
Just missed outside. They even the count here to 1-1. Wow, that one's going to be fouled back up here again.
Once again, if it wasn't for that net, we'd have had another Gold Glove opportunity. The 1-2. Here it comes. Just outside. Tried the river. Couldn't get the call. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Spiked on the plate. That's going to bring us to a full count. That one's going to be chopped softly to shortstop. The throw will be wild and will not get the out. Another wild throw from Chase Speller, and the leadoff will reach safely.
Yeah, the Rams been struggling a little bit defensively on those. I mean, couple bad throws. Once again, the Dallas Lloyd Eagles only have 1 hit. And looks like those 2 errors for Bluefield are coming back to bite them in the butt there, Bob.
Yeah, Bill, I'm going to have to credit those errors to the extreme change in temperature.
As well as the wind.
That as well. But you got to think, not a whole lot of opportunities for our defense this game. A lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts. Maybe they're getting a little tired, a little chilly out there, and a little stiff. And when the ball does get to them, they're just stiffening up. And that's a decent move by Tucker Fontaine, but the runner will get back in there safely.
1-0 count here to number 28. The Eagles needing to make something shake, down by 3 with only 6 outs remaining.
Another pickoff for Fontaine.
That will be a strike, 1-1. Fontaine taking a good look at the runner. Leg kick, deals. Ball 2.
I think the Bluefield afternoon haze has finally started to set in.
I do believe you're right, Bill. It's starting to get back that foggy look, a little overcast. That's grooved in there for strike 2. 2-2 count.
Got to be
really
looking for
pitch.
a ground ball here, Bob.
Yeah, 1 pitch, 2 outs. Could be huge right here in this spot. Doesn't matter. Strike 3. Fontaine's 4th. 1 out. Runner on first. That'll bring up number 67 in the hoodie.
Yeah, I can tell you, Bob, he has not been cold. He's had that hoodie on all day. I know he is warm up there at the plate right now.
That one's going to miss up. Ball 1.
Tucker Fontaine all around the plate right now, making very competitive pitches, looking to get out of here with no damage.
Yeah, seeming to just miss a little bit high right there. The 1-0 will be called strike 1.
Similar spot to the first one there, Bob. That one must have been just a little bit lower.
That's a great adjustment from Tucker Fontaine.
Good.
That one's going to be ball 2.
Good block back there by Mr. Mullins. Keep that one in front of him there.
That'll be grooved in for strike 2, 2-2 count. Fontaine's got him on the ropes. The pitch will be taken. Mullins with a strong throw will not be in time. It'll be a full count, and the runner will steal the base and be safe. And here comes the 3-2. Spiked. The runner is going to stop and retreat to second. Thought about taking third. Mullins got up quickly and was able to stop that from happening. Runners will be at first and second with one out. And Fontaine's found himself in a little bit of trouble once again.
Yeah, I mean, great defensive work behind the plate here for Mullins in the second game. You know, great overall work by the catchers, especially Jack Dennis in the first game of, you know, just being a wall. Serving their purpose, as one would say.
The 0-0 is taken for strike one. And, yeah, Bill, this whole inning started with the error from the shortstop. We'll see if Fontaine's able to work through that.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the errors and the walks are killing the Rams today. That one was close there, Bob. That was probably about 2-3 feet right to our left over here on my acquaintance, Daniel Argaristi. Over to his left, he probably could have stuck a hand out there and may have got that one.
Might have had a shot. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be popped. Looks like just behind third base. Speller will call it off and make the grab. That'll be out number 2. A big out for Tucker Fontaine. That'll bring up number 27 for the Eagles.
You know, we've seen a lot out of number 27 today here for the Eagles. You know, a couple nice hits here into right field, as well as some good at-bats that have led to walks. You know, probably the Eagles' best hitter overall today.
The pitch. That one's going to be skied into center. And Kealo Smith will be under it for out number 3. No damage done. Another potentially horrible inning evaded by Tucker Fontaine.
Of course, man. Got to limit the errors and the walks. And looks like number 48 is going to go out there again for his, what I'd like to say, 6th inning of work. And we'll be back shortly. You got it.
Leading off for the Rams here in the bottom of the 6th will be Kealo Smith. We're back at the top of the lineup. Rams looking to add some more to their 3-run lead.
Kealo been out in front all day on this number 48 guy. I mean, right there again, just out in front. Hit one right off the catcher. Umpire giving the catcher a little bit of a breather on that one.
Yeah, Bill, it really seems like he struggled to see the ball a little bit today.
Yeah, I could agree on that. I mean, but honestly, man, if he gets a hold of one here, this could be big for the Rams to add on another run.
His last at bat, I will say, he did hammer that ball to center field that was caught. Or I'm sorry, that was the previous bat before that one, because he hit to third base for the fielder's choice.
Yes, he did. And there's another
that
one.
one's going to get through the 5-6 hole. A great adjustment right there for Kealo Smith, and he will hold up at first base with a single.
Yep, great adjustment there. That's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, also playing right field, Logan Hicks.
Really, really, really big day for him today. Just got a call from the U.S. Navy. Not sure what that's about.
Probably trying to recruit you there, Bob. You are of age.
And that one's going to be... Wow. Oh, wow. I thought he caught that ball. He did not, and Kealo Smith will steal second easily.
Yeah, I thought the Blues was about to bang him on that one. That was a close one there.
Yeah, I think if he would have caught it, I think he would have.
Yeah. Bad jump over there up besides the point. Kealo will glide into second base with no outs.
Here comes the 1-0. A nice bunt.
Wow.
He's flying down the line. He's going to be safe. And Kealo Smith will take home. Logan Hicks will think about second, and he'll retreat back to first. Some nice base running right there.
Yeah, nice base running. I think Bryce Medlock down the third baseline was not too happy with Kealo going, but Kealo might have seen something that Bruce didn't. But that's going to drive another run across for the Rams, as they have 13 hits on 6 runs today. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Brock Halsey.
Yes, it will, Bill. And Brock Halsey, another guy with a great day thus far. We'll see if he can add to it.
Another pick off to first base. Hicks was slided in there safely.
Yeah, Bill, seen a lot of pickoff attempts, no pickoffs, if you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying. Probably over about 20 today.
I would say so.
And Brock will take pitch number 2 for a strike. Or excuse me, pitch number 1. The first one was a pickoff.
You'd be correct there, Bill. And the pitcher gets his sign, takes a peek over at first base. There it is again, another pickoff move. Can you guess what the outcome was?
I guess he was safe.
He was safe.
Yep,
Wow.
Yep.
Don't even have to flip a coin anymore.
No, sir. You think he's going to deliver a pitch here or pick off again?
I sure hope so. Here comes the 0-1. Hammered. Absolutely hammered. Deep left field. That's back. Gone! That's a home run. What a swing. Brock Halsey.
Wow. Brock Halsey going insane. That's his second deep ball hit of the day, and that one's going to leave the park, man. Great hit by Brock. I'm going to throw the home run on the screen for you ladies and gentlemen at home, man. I'll throw it on there again. That was beautiful. Beautifully hit by Brock Halsey for a tank. And look at the wind, Bob. Wasn't even blowing.
That guy has so much power, he doesn't need any stinking wind right there.
Hey, let me tell you, if I could get a post-game player up here in the box, it would be Brock Halsey.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you, great 2-strike approaching, and the game's what? It's going to reward you. You hit 2 great swings with 2 strikes, you're going to go big fly. That's a great swing by Brock Halsey.
Wow.
He got to punch that ball, and see you later. Bye.
That ball was absolutely crushed. Off the bat, I knew it had a shot. And, Bill, there's another one. That one's deep right field. And that one will be caught, unfortunately. But holy cow. Got me going, Bill.
Yeah. Whew. Man, I was about to fall asleep with that cold breeze when I heard that bat go off. Woo! Let me tell you. But that's going to end up bringing up the first out for the Rams. That's going to bring up the shortstop in the 5-hole, Chase Speller. Chase Speller just struggling defensively here a little bit. You know, a couple bad throws, looking to, gain a couple runs here to get his pitchers back.
Yeah, Bill, the last time it was Kevin Torres. This time, Brock Halsey.
With a bomb. Well, I'm going to tell you, that's a bomb, ladies and gentlemen. We don't play at no Little League field. This is a graveyard.
Certified nuke. Bill, I'm not even going to lie. The one he hit off the wall, if he hits that in the same spot, he's got 2 on the day.
2 on the day. I agree. I can attest to that. Because that Bluefield State University signs to the right of the flagpole. That's probably a... Whoa. That's a hard hit ball by Speller there. Took a little hop on the shortstop 44. Yeah, back to it. That ball he hit in left center off the wall was probably 365, 370. And then that one down the line, it's 335 in the corner, 355. He hit it, what, Summit Community Bank? I'm going to give him 360. I think he's hit two balls today, 360.
Absolutely.
Well, now with the runner on first, that's going to bring up the second baseman, Tyler Moose, who's also had a phenomenally good day. So he's going to take strike one down Broadway.
Whew. Tell you what, Bill, it's got me going.
Yeah, I'm ready to go
pumping.
now. Right. One more inning of baseball.
Up.
Hopefully, whoever the Rams are bringing in next half can close it out for us, and we can go get a bite to eat.
Absolutely. The 0-1's going to be fouled off, make it 0-2. A little bit of life is brought back to the ballpark. It started to drift away as it started to get chilly, and Brock just rejuvenated everybody here in the ballpark.
Right, opened it up for the Rams.
Some much-needed insurance. And that one's going to be softly fouled back beyond the first base dugout. Who'd have thought all of a sudden it would go from 3-2 to 8-2? How about it?
How about it? What a great ball game. Speaking of that, let me get that up there for the viewers. Forgot to add that
It's
on
all
there.
good. And all the excitement, I couldn't help but...
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's going to be a hanger taken right down the middle. Don't like to see breaking rules there, but, still a great offensive inning here for the Rams. And that's going to bring up Zach Hafer, the DH for the Rams today, also known as Hafen. Always great to see Hafen and Dusty Cash and Evan Lease at Culture for Wing Wednesday. If you haven't noticed that Wing Wednesday, they are 50% off. That's going to be...
Also not a sponsor.
Also not a sponsor, but if willing need to be, please hit us up.
Where do they hit you up at, Bill?
BU_baseball Rams.
There you go. And the 0-1, it's on its way. Maybe. Nope.
Long hold here.
Here it comes. Fouled back, make it 0-2.
Hafer's all over that, man. Strong guy here at the dish. Looking to do some damage here with what? With 2 outs. Rams today have been hitting very well with 2 outs, other than that absolute tank there by Brock Halsey. With that came with no outs. Oh, missed inside.
Ball 1.
The Alex Lloyd pitcher's been doing a great job on getting ahead. Just a couple hits have fallen and not in his favor.
Yeah, and then he gave Brock that mistake fastball, and see you later.
He made him pay. 1-2 pitch, just missed outside.
Here it is once again, Bill. 2s all over the board. He kicks and deals. Strike 3. That will end the 6th inning, but the Rams will do plenty of damage as they put 3 up. 1 with a bomb from Brock Halsey. And that will take us to the final inning of this game.
And look who is making another appearance for a close for the Rams.
You called it earlier,
The man,
Bill.
the myth, the legend, the Carroll County superstar, Tyler Rakes.
I believe you called it in the 3rd inning it was, Bill.
Yes, of course. I got a little idea of what we're doing. Hopefully Rakes can go out here. I saw him in the clubhouse. Said his slaughter wasn't good. Gave him a couple of pointers on, staying close and really feeling it out in front. Because, he does come from a little bit of a lower slot here. So hopefully Rakes can do some damage here for the Rams. And
his warm-ups are looking really good right now. He's staying close just enough.
Right.
And that ball is giving that nice little tail right across over into the plate. You love to see that.
Let's do a little fantasy baseball update here. And any of the listeners wondering about tomorrow's game apparently has gotten banked. So we shall see. Let's get a little update. Wow. Yankees, any Yankees fans out there, I'm an Orioles fan, love when the Yankees are losing. The Tigers are, in fact, beating the New York Yankees 6-1 in the top of the 8th. So it's great news to start the day out. Got a couple more games starting here soon, shortly at 6:45, as the Washington Nationals will be playing the Los Angeles Dodgers, as well as the Texas Rangers will be playing in Chicago at 7:40, and also got a little upper of the states battle between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox.
How about it?
And that'll take us in here to the top of the 7th as the first pitch from Tyler Rakes will miss for a ball, 1-0.
This just in, we just found out that tomorrow's game for the Bluefield Rams will not be played. It has been canceled.
Wow.
Nice play by third base. Cannot be
Got a
scooped.
foul ball. Got a foul ball, though, Bob, over here on
That
the
was
home
a really
plate.
late call.
Really late call. Also, if you do know anything about officialing, if you are, in fact, on the right side of the base looking at our angle, would be your right as well. If you are on that side and you do make contact, the ball should be fair. Due to the fact that it is past the back.
Absolutely.
But you never know. Hopefully
Just
Rakes...
fundamental umpiring right there.
Rakes, right. Hopefully Rakes can do some damage here, 1-1.
For sure.
Pitch will miss a low. Make the count 2-1. That'll be fouled off. Be 2-2 count here.
Tyler Rakes doing a great job so far. 2-2 count. See if he can get him.
He'll come set. The 2-2 pitch.
He'll yank that one. Here comes the 3-2. Rakes is going to get him looking. What a pitch.
Wow. Great pitch by Tyler Rakes there. Oh, man. Look at Rakes making an adjustment there. Middle of the...
Your advice in the dugout might have helped him out.
It might have, maybe. Who knows? All the credit goes to Tyler Rakes as he has one out here in the top of the 7th for the Rams. Come set, the 0-0 pitch. Great fastball inside. Tyler Rakes will come set here on the 0-1 pitch. He delivers. Another swing and a miss. Great extension down the mound there for Tyler Rakes as the ball had, as you might not be able to see up here, very good arm side movement. Tyler Rakes will get the pitch, or get the sign, and deliver the pitch 0-2. Misses just up. Another good spot here. Hopefully, if he's throwing that fastball up, may want to change the eye level here and throw a little slider maybe. Maybe change it up here, Bob. What do you say?
Absolutely, Bill. He's well ahead and in command.
There it is.
That's not a bad pitch.
Nope, not at all. I like that there. I'd like to see him come back inside here with the fastball and blow those hands up. Looks like we're getting some decent wind. Is that some rain there, Bob?
I can't tell if it's fog or rain, but I was thinking the same thing, Bill.
And a swing and a miss for Tyler Rakes. Wow. Look at him picking up right where he's left off. That's his 3rd strikeout of the day. I mean, has appeared in both games, is looking very comfy. I do not think, because I'm going off
Bill,
this...
I do believe that is some light rain.
Light rain. Yeah, I would have to say I do see some... maybe some drops. I don't know. We got some screens up here. We'd have to ask someone next door, but...
No, I do believe that's some light rain, Bill. But
hopefully everyone's car windows are rolled up there, huh?
I sure hope they are. Strike one. Rakes has got him on the ropes.
Wow. Great work here by Tyler Rakes here in the top of the 7th. Getting ahead, staying ahead.
What a job. Finishes game 1. He's now working on closing out game 2. Strike 2.
Wow. Wow. Here goes Tyler Rakes.
Wasting no time.
Wasting zero time at all as he's efficiently taking care of the Eagles here in the top of the 7th.
And the Eagles are once again down to their final strike. The pitch.
Just misses outside. Man, Rakes is a trooper, man. I'll tell you right now, if I was sitting down there in that bullpen the whole game, there is no way that I'd be able to not rock some sleeves, man. He's got to be a little chilly out there as he comes set on the 1-2 pitch here.
Here it comes. Fouled off. And they'll do the 1-2 once again.
I'd like to see a little back foot slider here out of Rakes. That'd be quite awesome, let me tell you here, Bob.
Yeah, if you're Coach Bones, you got to be absolutely pleased with the way Tyler Rakes has thrown today. And the confidence to send him back out there after game 1 and to let him go into game 2 again just shows how much confidence Coach Bones has in Tyler Rakes. 2s all over the board. Only needing 1 strike. Tyler Rakes the pitch. Strike 3 right down Broadway, and the freaking Rams will win 2.
Yeah.
Great day for the Rams.
And let me tell you, that'll be a final here for the Rams. I mean, Jur's already untucked there for Rakes as he blows it by the Alice Lloyd Eagles. And the Rams will end up winning on 8 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors, and the Alice Lloyd Eagles will drop 2 today to the Rams, scoring 2 runs, 1 hit with 3 errors. Another great serious matchup here for the Rams as they can take 2. Great way to battle back after losing 2.
What a day for Brock Halsey.
Right.
2 big swings today, 1 off the wall, the bomb. I mean, if you're the coaching staff, you've got to be absolutely tickled with the way that your Rams played today, and you'll see them shake hands here. And we may not see you again for a while, but I'm Bob.
I'm Bill.
And we'll see you later.